But I was kind of bored, so I'm thinking about starting it now and see how far we will come the next couple of hours. Yep. So let's start a new game. Yes.
War had raged through all Avantasia. The alliance of humans, elves, and dwarves fought against the evil army of the shadows. The war had devastated the country for years upon years, and yet, no one gained the advantage. And so it was that in that time of deepest despair, that an old archaeologist uncovered the location of the artifact of divine fate. The artifact could fulfill every wish, and thus decide the war, for one side or the other. Led by Warlock Munkus, son of Archwitch Mortroga, the Shadows hunted for the artifact. And they would have reached it first, were it not for a group of heroes who stood against them. Wilbur, the young gnome who was the first of his clan to become a mage. Ivo, the courageous elven princess from the Woodland Realm. And the Critter, a hairy creature from the Northlands, companion of the most brilliant of the heroes, Nate Bonnet, who was supposed to spend the rest of his life at the side of an elven princess, who deserved a kingdom and all the riches in the world.
Yeah.
Who should stop wasting time talking about himself in the third person. Ah!
How in the God's Christ did he end down there? Okay, so let's get over here.
Good, good. This is good.
That's good, that's good.
Although the ground is still getting closer.
Not so good.
Part of the jetty. At least some of it survived the explosion.
Okay, what explosion? What have you done now?
If I'm lucky, this will go all the way up to the island. But somehow I really doubt it will.
Oh! Let's get lamp.
Oh, hi Nate, how's it going?
Good. For now. Could it be that your spell didn't quite work out the way you planned?
I did tell you there were certain risks involved.
Ah, well, no big thing.
No big thing. So, now that we have a little time to kill, why don't you tell me a little something about yourself?
Oh, right. Well, yes, I came into this world in an oasis in the Umzu Desert, and at that time, I was...
Are you out of your ever-loving mind? Definitely not the time to reminisce.
Then why did you ask?
I could use some help here, Benny.
Well, you did see what happened last time I cast a spell.
Yeah.
Time to make up for it then. Now shake a leg.
Oh, I don't know. I might just end up making everything worse.
Ah. Worse? Stop time, reverse gravity. For the goodness sake, cast a spell, will you? Please pardon the disturbance. Oh man, just fine.
Excuse me, I'm sorry for the disturbance. Don't know what came over me. I'll be fine on my own.
Oh, really?
No, Benny, not really. Not even close.
Ah, humor. Funny.
Ah.
Let me see. I'm accompanying tons of boulders in a plummet to certain painful death. My death. So just how do you think you could make things any worse?
Worse? I could set the air on fire, or it could start smelling. Very bad.
Can't you just stop time? Or wings! Give me wings! How about that?
Oh, this is all terribly complicated. I really don't feel up to it today, Nate.
Benny!
Perhaps tomorrow? I really do need to think through what's happened today properly.
You get me out of the mess you got us into right now!
Please don't yell at me! I just can't take it anymore!
Benny!
Oh my god!
Ah! The state he's in, we can forget about miracles. I gotta find something easy, something even he thinks he can do.
Yeah. Flying carpet?
A flying carpet. Is that too much to ask?
I'm not talking to you.
Why you... I'm sorry I criticized your work, Benny.
And?
And that I shook your lamp. And everything else. You meant well.
Well, all right then. I forgive you. What can I do for you?
Carpet!
A flying carpet. Shouldn't be too hard. Should I really dare? Am I really up to it?
Yes.
Yes!
Yes, flying carpet work.
What the heck? What happened here?
Yeah, that's my question.
No!
Doop. Well done, Critter. Nordic Game presents King Art Games production. What the hell? The Book of Unwritten Tales 2. Oh, look! That's a little Disney reference.
Welcome, Adventurer. I am the tutorial, guardian of gameplay, explainer of controls. To move a character, just click anywhere in the scene, wherever your heart desires.
Okay.
Well done. If you left-click an object, then your character will perform an action determined by the context. Now click on that big lever.
What big lever? Wally, that's
Robot
Wally.
has used the lever, as this seemed logical to him. Now click the lever with your right mouse button so that the robot looks at it rather than uses it. Excellent. The robot thinks the lever is working. But if that's so, then where is the problem? That hatch over there, left-click it.
Let's see.
The little chap seems to think there are advanced engine mechanics hidden behind there. Perhaps that's where the problem is. Click on the hatch again using the left mouse button. First left click will allow you to look, the second to use. Why? Because after a player character has looked at something, the most logical thing to do next is use it. It's quite simple. Right-click when you want to look at something, left-click in order to do whatever that character thinks is the next most sensible move.
Okay.
Is the machine working again? Left-click on the lever.
And now it works. Good little buddy.
appears to be a new problem. Better take a closer look at the engine.
Okay. Get engine. Uh-oh.
Oops, that wasn't very helpful. Please pick up both gear cogs.
Okay. Pick them up. And pick the next up.
Great work. Items you pick up will go into your inventory. To open and close your inventory, left-click the rucksack. To use an inventory item, left-click it and then left-click the object that you want it to be used with. Use one of the gears in your inventory with the engine of the town model.
Okay.
Excellent. Now how about dealing with the second gear?
Yes.
Perfect. You'd better oil the engine before you switch the machine back on again.
Okay, we will do that.
That should do it. Time to crank it up.
Bring it up. Oh my. Yeah, you're the good to you. Too. Whoops.
You can examine objects in the inventory in more detail. Pick up the damaged figure and the toolbox. Then when you are in the inventory, right-click the toolbox in order to examine it.
Okay. Oh, loot. Okay. We got this. Okay.
Great. You found a few items in the toolbox.
Yeah.
You can use these items on each other by initially left-clicking the first object, and then, when you have this item on the cursor, you left-click the second object. Try to repair the figure in the inventory.
Yes, sir.
Well done. Now place the figure back in its rightful place on the balcony of the castle and start the machine.
Okay. Good, Wally. Now, this is good work.
Excellent. You are now ready. Now one last tip before I go. If you press the spacebar, all interesting objects in the scene will be displayed. Good luck with your adventures in the Book of Unwritten Tales 2.
Thank you.
I'm worried about you.
Oh, Mother.
What's wrong with you?
Everything's fine.
Oh, brother.
No, you don't look well at all. Positively rotund. It is unseemly for an elf princess to cope with her frustrations by comfort eating. If you carry on like this, you won't fit into your wedding dress.
I don't have any intentions of marrying anytime soon.
Oh, darling, we've been through that already. Prince Lalilos is going to be arriving next week. You will like him. He's charming and... Look, he sent us a picture of himself and his sister.
Which of the two is the sister?
The elf nobility, unfortunately, has not got any unshaven Neanderthals to offer. You'll just have to get used to that.
Yeah.
I don't have the slightest interest in that person. Not anymore.
You are at the heart of the elf kingdom.